Annette Downs came to our inaugural season of art, and she saw the seeds of a production that could be tourable, and suggested to us that we head up to a showcase in Melbourne. And we were able to send John up there, but one of the things that she advocated for us was that if we were really serious about having a company that could produce work that could be tourable, we should really think about incorporating and becoming a legal entity, rather than just a collection of 3 artists who are doing something in their spare time.
So Tas Performs, with Annette Downs of course, was instrumental in getting us to set up our page on Cyber Paddock to pitch the show, so venues could vote to see it being presented, or have a 15-minute presenting spot at the Clock Tower in Moonee Ponds for the long paddock pitch. And we got enough votes and we got chosen to pitch it, so I went up and did the monologue from the show with Annette presenting with some slides and stuff that she got us to put together, a bit of a PowerPoint presentation. And then Annette spoke very highly of the show, having of course supported it and seen it herself. I did the speech from the show, the big 4-page monologue, which seemed to be quite popular and works as its own entity with the outside of the show. And then we took some questions, and people asked about the show and how many people were in it and what the set's like and is it able to tour, etc. And we were armed, thanks to Annette, we were armed with that information, and she would of course not have got us to pitch this had it not been feasible enough to tour, both as a good artistic product, but also as a cost-effective product for venues. And we went on the tour for 22 venues, I think, over about 8 weeks. It was fantastic, but it was like 2 years later. In 2010, we toured in 2013.
Yeah. So yes, so the art tour did eventuate in 2013. The lead up to that, Tas Performs, because it was backed with Playing Australia money, and as anybody who's ever done a Playing Australia application knows, they are vast and mind-boggling in their detail and complexity. And so Annette and the Tas Performs crew prepared that and submitted it, and we were successful in getting the funding, so that was fantastic. And then embarked on this tour, which took us to Queensland, through New South Wales, and all through regional Victoria. Fantastic. We've established ourselves. I mean, I think one of the wonderful things is that we've established ourselves really well within the regional circuit of Victoria. And part of that is because we got excellent advice from Annette and Tas Performs about presenting the tour. So it's not just about having a good show to put on, but it's about how you communicate with the staff of venues, how you get on with them there on the ground, giving them advance information. You can make it to a tour can work to your advantage, or it can be something that you complete and that's the end of it. But it really worked to Blue Cow's advantage, and that was because we got really good advice from Annette and Tas Performs as to how to conduct ourselves and the tour itself.